Hey, this is Doug from Doug and Nikki. I'm here in the Doug and Nikki kitchen studio where I have a very cool ice maker here in front of me. It is also a hot water heater. This one is unique, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna unbox it. As I unbox it, I'll tell you about some of its features, and then we'll test it out, and when I'm all done, I'll give you a Doug score from 1 to 5, let you know what I thought of it. Let's open it up, start talking about it. Okay, so one of the cool features about this is you can mount an external water tank to it, up to a 5-gallon water tank. Or you can also just fill it up directly up to 0.8, we'll call it almost a full gallon. Okay, so I had to take it out of the box. Took like an extra hand to get it out, but I wanted to show you some of the basic features. Then we're gonna put some water in it, give it some time to cool off and make some ice, and we'll show you how all those features work. Couple things that I noticed when I unboxed it. Number one, it comes with a really nice wrapping to keep the stainless steel looking amazing in transport, and while you figure out where you're gonna put it in the house. On the top here, this is where the water tank is. So either this fitting here is for the bottles, or you simply twist that off, pull it out, and this would be like your water tank if you were just gonna pour in a gallon from the tap and then just put the top on it. We're gonna use a small bottle on it because we wanna test it, make a lot of ice and hot water. So we're gonna put that on there, make sure that works right. So I think the only thing there is to do is let me plug it in, put some water in it, and then we'll come back in a couple minutes, see how hot the water is and see how much ice it's made. Okay, we got it all set up. I wanted to show you how some of the features worked. I also wanted it, while it's in its full freeze mode, I wanted to make sure that you could hear it at its loudest moment. I'm sure you can hear this on the microphone. It is relatively loud. It is definitely louder than the rest of the appliances in the kitchen when it is in that freeze mode, which, by the way, this will make like 40 pounds, I believe 44 pounds of ice in a day. So if your husband likes to go fishing and you want him to stop going to 7-Eleven and buying $20 of ice every time he goes, you could easily make your ice with this and go. Or if you're going to the beach, you could definitely make enough ice to go to the beach, put it in the cooler. Let's take a look at it so you can see what these features look like. So there is a lock for the hot water, which defaults to on. So you press that to turn off the lock.
In case you have little kids in the house.
In case you have little kids in the house. You press the button. I really like that when you press these buttons, it pours until you tell it to stop. I don't know if you could see the steam coming out of this. This is legit hot. All right, let's go to the next function. Let's talk ice cubes. Well, let's do water first. So here's the cold water. Simply press the button. You got cold water. It's good, nice, fresh, cold water.
Just like out of the bottle.
Yeah,
cold.
It's great. And then, last but not least, let's do some ice. I love the blue light when it's making ice, you know, like that blue ice cold. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the quality of the ice, because that's always a little bit of a question. So it makes the bullet style ice, it is definitely very cloudy, which is fine, right? Like if you want to make your soda cold or your drinks cold or ice at the beach, who the heck cares whether it's cloudy or not? If you're making fancy drinks, I've definitely seen and have an ice maker which makes like super clear ice cubes. So that's not what this is going to be. This is really ice. You're making a lot of ice and efficiently making a lot of ice, which is super cool. It's just not like fancy drink ice. Overall, this thing is awesome. This thing is really super cool. Very happy to have that. Easy to use, easy to maintain. Everything's stainless steel. It is a little large, just so you know, because it obviously does a huge amount of functions, but I think totally reasonable for what it is. So I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5 on the Doug score for a super cool hot water and ice machine that does pretty much like everything, like magic. I hope that was helpful. We'll see you next time.